Well, you're right, Brad, and you mentioned Balad, Iraq. We have behind me some of the family members of those that are stationed over there and in other parts of the Middle East. I have the pleasure and the honor to talk to these families throughout our pregame and our game and our postgame show today. This one's for you. It is July 4th, of course, and we're celebrating our freedom. And I have with me here State Public Affairs Officer for the Arizona National Guard, Major Paul Aguirre. He's with Baxter. We have a lot of fun going on out here. Obviously, it's a barbecue for these families. It's a big chance to celebrate the day, even though they're missing their loved ones. Major Paul, you've been a tremendous resource for us. You've been our link to these families. Before I get to that, I just want to ask you, what is the role of the 161st in the effort over in the Middle East?
Well, the 161st Air Refueling Wing, that's my home unit. I have a lot of pride with these guys. They're based here out of Sky Harbor, and they do refueling. They do refueling for the Air Force and for our NATO allies, and they actually have a group of about 80 airmen that are deployed right now to the Middle East. They deployed just about a week ago. So they're every bit in the war effort. They're every bit sacrificing and part of this overseas contingency operation that's been ongoing since 9/11.
And you do deal with these families sometimes on a daily basis. What's it been like for you, and especially organizing an event like this on July 4th?
Well, many thanks go to Fox Sports Arizona, Famous Dave's, and then our community partners. You got the Patriot Guard Riders, you have Vet Ticks, and you have the VFW Auxiliary, and all these other folks, because this is an opportunity to let these families know how important they are to us. The National Guard families experience something completely different than what would an active duty family, because in essence, they don't have an active duty installation, all the infrastructure support that a place like Luke Air Force Base, for instance, they're your neighbors, Jody. They live down the block from you, so they're kind of separated. So we try to do as much as we can to outreach these folks, let them know they're important to us, and we have services and we have support for them. And when you do something like this, it recognizes them. It says, hey, my father, my mother, my brother, my wife, husband, they're important in what they're doing and their sacrifice. And not just their sacrifice, but the sacrifices of the families are recognized, and they're important to us. And the families, they mean everything to us, and that's kind of things like this end up being really cool. And Baxter tried to mess up my hair. He doesn't understand. You can't mess up when you get started like this.
All right, Major, thanks to you. And you know what, Brad, in talking to these families, it's been such a pleasure, such an honor, and really the word that comes to my mind is selfless on this holiday, Brad.